What's going on, guys? It's your boy Ethan. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to another bankroll challenge, and we're starting a whole new game today. Oh, this is all out of order and stuff. So I'm in Cherokee, North Carolina for a WSOPC event, and I just busted a tournament. So why not play some 1-3? It's a good time. There's a lot of friendly people, friendly faces. You, everyone on the table is friendly. So it's gonna be a blast. Everyone's gonna try to catch my punts, but little do they know, I'm here to make money and generate this bankroll challenge and finish it. So I stopped playing 1-3. So you're drawing dead. We're ready. You're drawing dead. Probably not, but it'll be a fun time regardless. So we have 2,800, 2,200 more to make it to finish this bankroll challenge. Let's win it tonight. We are into this 1-3 game for the maximum of $300, and let's get into the action. I have ace-10 offsuit in the small blind, and there are two players who limp from early position. I decided to raise it up to $20. I'm kind of not sure what the proper sizing is, but it doesn't matter. We get one player to make the call, and we see a flop of 8-8-4. So this flop totally whiffed me. I think ace high probably is the best hand, so for that reason, I decided to check this one back. The turn comes a jack, and here I check once again, and my opponent now bets $25. All right, does this opponent have a jack of some sort? It's time to find out. Seems like he's one willing to gamble though, so I'll gamble with ace high. I call $25 and the river comes an ace. I am such a luck box. If there was any merit to betting here, hoping he has a jack, I can get some value. So I decided to dock out for $55. Trying to bet for value and get called by a jack, but sadly, no. He shows me the 6 high. 5-6 offsuit, and that is not going to win it, sir. I guess I'll take it. I guess I was right when I called the turn with ace high and it was good, but nice to be in profit after the first hand, and time to really get into profit. I have pocket kings on the button here, and there's a $6 straddle, so loving life right now. There's an early position limp of $6. I raise it up to $25, and for $25, I get the straddler and limper to call. We're off to a flop of 10-9-9 to diamonds. Action checks to me here, and on this dynamic flop here, don't love it with kings, as any 9 beats me, of course, but definitely one I'm going to bet, and I start off with a small bet of $25. I get the straddler to make the call, who's very fun for the table, and on top of that, he hates money. Anyways, the other player folds, and we're off to a turn, which is the 5 of clubs. My opponent checks it over to me again, and I think on a blank like this, it's certainly time to size up, hoping to set up a river shove. So I decide to bet $75 here, but my opponent folds 8 high. I guess pretty easy goings here so far, just picking up premiums, and we would have seen the river was going to be a king, which is insane. Oh well, anyways, it's time to drink. Shot number 2 on the way. All right, shot number 2, because that's what happens in North Carolina.
Have a good weekend. Right?
Cheers. I'm here all weekend.
Oh, so I want to meet you later.
This next hand after the shot, I don't even know how to go over this hand history, so just bear with me. Let's just try to narrate through this. The unknown player decides to blind raise to $20. Shout out to Eric for starting up the action. And after that, there's another player who calls the $20 blind. Okay, I'm on the button, and I said to call blind too. Small blind calls, but the small blind actually looked at the cards, so everyone else is playing their hands blind right now. That's what's going on. So we're going to a flop multi-way where only one person has looked at their cards. Everyone else hasn't seen. The flop comes 6-4 deuce. Unknown player blind bets $20. Oh my goodness. And the early position player blind calls. I'm going to let you guys in on the sweat. I'll show the camera because I don't know what's going on. I personally haven't looked yet, but I want this to be a very fun sweat for you guys. I blind call as well. Small blind folds, and now we're going 3 ways to a turn. The turn comes the queen. Now we all decide it's been enough shenanigans. Let's just play some poker. We all look at our cards, and I actually peel 6-9? A pair is so good here, right? The unknown player continues with a bet of $40. Early position folds, and I don't believe this guy for 1 second. Granted, he did start the shenanigans by blind raising, so he's here to gamble, and so am I. With my pair of 6s, I make the call. The river comes a blank, and my opponent checks. I, with a pair of 6s, decide to bet for value, and it's going to be a fun sizing of just $25. My opponent makes the call. I show my hand and actually win versus 6-7. Betting my pair of sixes, 9 kicker for value, beats his sixes with a 7 kicker. This is going to be a very, very fun table if you couldn't tell already.
Oh, you're going to be nicely played. Nicely played.
In the following hand, we're going to play some real poker here. I have 5-7 of spades and +1. I decided to raise this one up to $10 because it's a fun hand to play and also my OG favorite hand. There's a cutoff player who makes the call. I'll call him Splashy Eric here. And then the small blind 3 bets to 30. For this price, $20 more, I'm in position. I make the call in the cutoff. Obviously, Splashy Eric, you don't get that nickname for folding. He makes the call as well. We're going 3 ways to a flop, which is gin. It's just 5-7-4 rainbow, top 2 pair in a 3-bet pot. Ship it over to me already. The small blind bet's $55. Pretty big bet here, and I'm just, hoping it comes my way with top 2 pair. I just make the call here, and the cutoff actually calls as well. So we're going to a turn which comes a 3, not the best card. Any 6 that was open-ended is now a straight. Small blind slows down and checks. Now it's my decision to either bet or check, and given how splashy and loose everyone is, I think there's a lot of merit to betting top 2 pair here, so I bet $65. Immediately though, the cutoff goes all in for $195, and when the small blind folds, I don't think I'm going to fold this one. Against most people I might, but it's action, Splashy Eric. I'm going to go for it. I have 2 pair. I make the call. When I call, the small blind said he had pocket kings, so folded an overpair. And when I show my hand of 2 pair, the cutoff says he's very behind. We're off to a river, which comes a 6. Oh no, what? Straight on the board now, and my opponent now tables his hand, which is 10-7. Unfortunately, I'm going to chop this pot up. This would have been a really, really big pot for 1-3 and for the bankroll challenge, but so be it. Poker God said I wasn't going to win this one. All right, let's try to redeem ourselves after that hand. I pick up Queen 9 offsuit in the small blind with the $6 straddle on. So action folds all the way around to me. I am incentivized to raise because that's more fun than folding. I raise it up to $25 and get the under-the-gun straddler to call. We're going to a flop of 10-10-3 to clubs. Here I have a backdoor straight draw. I don't know. I'm just going to throw some chips in the middle and hope to win. I bet $12 and my opponent calls. The turn comes a board pairing 3, so double paired board. I decide to check this one, and my opponent checks back, so wouldn't be surprised if my opponent had ace high of some sort. The river comes a 7 of clubs. Now, I guess I can try to blast off ace highs, maybe even flushes could fold, but that seems rather unlikely. Anyways, I blast off $100. Just fold ace high, please, opponent. He ends up making the call, of course, and I show the queen high, and he shows ace 7. So my read was a little bit right that he had ace high, but also river to pair, so that was good enough to call, and I kiss $100 goodbye, unfortunately. But I'm saying hello to drink number 3 of the night. It's always a fun time when you're drinking, gambling, and being around some good company. All right, the next few hands are not your typical 1-3 stuff, because this hand, I'm on the blind $25 raise because we're playing 1-3, 6, 12, 25. Anyways, action folds to the $12 straddler. He makes the call of 25. And we're off to a flop, which comes all hearts. Not really the best flop for me. Action's going to go check, check. And the turn comes a 3. Sick. He bets $15 here, and I decide to make the call because why not? The river is the king of hearts, so 4 hearts on board. Not loving this situation, so action's quickly gonna go check, check, and my opponent shows ace 7 offsuit with no hearts, and I'll take this one down. Just your casual 12-25 hand at a 1-3 table, but that's not all, because there are more straddles this hand.
Give me ace king of them.
Alright, I'm getting fucking peer pressured right now. It was supposed to be a bankroll challenge, but all of a sudden, I got forced. I guess it's not really hard to coerce me, but we're playing a $48 blind raise. And of course, I'm the person with the $48 blind raise. It's 1, 3, 6, 12, 24, 48. So here we are. Things are starting off hot when the player to my left goes all in for $240 total. Action folds around to the $24 straddler, and he goes all in. I peel, sweat time, 10-9 off suits. All right, this was not a fun gamble of $48, but let's just see what happens. I fold, and we get to see 2 boards and 2 runouts. And after it's all said and done, I actually would have ended up with the nuts straight on the bottom board, but Ace King ends up winning the all-in. Just a ridiculous session. Just, once again, like I said, not your typical 1-3, because the next hand, there is a $48 straddle once again. And this time I'm actually not involved. I'm on the button with Queen 6 of diamonds. And I decided to raise this one to $110. In hindsight, I think I probably should have just gone all in since everyone's playing like 10 big blinds effective. Yeah, I have a $350 behind, but action ends up folding to the $48 straddle, and he makes the call for 110. We're going to a flop, which comes Jack, Jack, 5, rainbow, 1 diamond. And you know what sucks? I'm facing an all-in. My opponent lead shoves for $139. Oh, no. This is when I think that I should have gone all-in pre-flop. So I avoid tough decisions like this. Do I fold queen high here? It's a pretty tough decision. It's $139 all-in in a pot that's well over $220, $30. Tough decision. Calling with queen high and back doors sounds like a huge punt. So I guess I just end up folding before I get shown 10-7. Nasty, nasty bluff by Austin here. I got absolutely owned because 10 high is going to win it. But imagine how sick it would have been if I won with queen high. Man, unfortunate here. Because of the bankroll challenge, that was the whole reason why I folded. I wanted to conserve $139. And this fold, unfortunately, bit me in the ass. But that's going to wrap up the ridiculous, not really 1-3 session here. But let's go to the outro. I wanted this to be like a normal 1-3 bankroll challenge video and series, but it seems like I'm finding myself into some games that are not the typical 1-3. Ultimately, I ended up leaving right after the queen 6 hand. I got called up for like a 10-25, 5-10 game, and as much as I love hanging around, drinking beers, and getting drunk, maybe the bigger game's calling me. So I got completely bluffed out of my shoes. So big shout out to Austin for that bluff, and there's that. And in totals, I was in the game for $310. I cashed out $355. Which is a profit. I'll take it. You know, it's not, I didn't lose money, but what a ridiculous game. It's hard to find games that are going to have the straddle like that. So that's all I got. Thanks so much for watching this shit show of a video. I'm sure you got some entertainment out of it. Shout out to everyone that I played with today, tonight. Just a blast. That's all I can say. A lot of fun playing poker. Hopefully you got a good time watching this video as well. And leave a like if you made it this far. Comment down below what your favorite hand was, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.